Hi, my name is Loïc Rosset.
Hi, my name is Simon Zhong. Today we are going to present our paper, Binaural Audio in Hybrid Meetings. We recommend you to wear the headphone because this presentation will be in the binaural with head rotation format, which is to be presented in this paper.
In March 2020, Barco.com estimated that 1 out of 4 meetings were hybrid. A hybrid meeting is a mixture of in-person and remote attendees. In this presentation, I will refer to the in-person attendees as co-located conferees and the remote attendees as remote conferees. So, with the pandemic, hybrid meetings are becoming ubiquitous, and a study of IBM revealed that half of the adults in the US would like home to remain their primary workplace, which will further increase the number of hybrid meetings. However, there is one problem with hybrid meetings. Sometimes, the remote conferee has difficulty to identify who is speaking among the co-located conferees. These create asymmetries in the interaction. It is not a new problem. It was already seen in the first video conferencing system, such as the MediaSpace in mid-1980s. So we propose to use binaural audio to solve this problem. Binaural audio reflects the way you are listening to things in real life. Basically, your ears, your head and torso act as a filter on the sound that is coming to you, and it allows you to identify sound around you. We are able to recreate this with head-related transfer functions, but this only works with headphones or earphones.
The passport has found that binaural audio attracts gaze toward the sound location. However, when the video is spatialized, the spatialized audio has less of an impact. We are wondering about the impact of binaural audio when visual complexity increases. For example, when there are more than 2 in-person attendees and when face visibility is limited. For instance, in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, the co-located attendees have to wear face masks. Bear this in mind, we have tried to answer 3 research questions. Firstly, during the hybrid meetings, can binaural audio improve remote attendee speaker identification, turn-taking tracing, comprehension, and user experiences? Secondly, when the speaker wears a facial mask, what's the impact on those aspects? And lastly, can binaural audio be especially beneficial for some people than others?
To answer these questions, we designed a user experience that I will now describe to you. First, we recorded 6 different conferences. For this purpose, we recruited 3 actors who played the role of the co-located conferees. 3 conferences were recorded with masks and 3 without masks. The recording had either a mono audio format, a binaural audio, or a binaural audio with head rotations. The latter is a post-processed version of the binaural audio, such that each time a left or right conferee was talking, the audio was rotated such that after a short time the audio came from the front direction, thus simulating a head rotation. Indeed, in real life, when you hear someone talk on your left or your right, you would have a tendency to look at this person, and thus the audio rotates towards your front. 42 persons, mainly students, participated as remote conferees by watching our 6 videos, balanced in a Latin square design. We also used a within group design to reduce individual differences on memory and attention. In the study, the participants first had to make a hearing check and then give their personal information. Then they watched the videos of the conferences one by one. After each video, they took a memory test consisting of 6 statements to be linked to the correct conferee and a comprehension test consisting of 3 multiple choice questions on the content of the discussion. They had then to rate their confidence towards their answers, both for the memory and comprehension tests, and also answer a questionnaire consisting of 5 Likert type questions to rate the speaker identification difficulty, overall comprehension difficulty, concentration needed, feeling of presence, and the audio helpfulness. A final questionnaire was presented at the end of the experiment to get a feedback on the binaural audio.
Next, I'm going to present you our results. Firstly, regarding speaker identification and turn-taking tracing, we found that eye tracking data indicated spatial audio could help identify speakers. For example, comparing the mono and binaural format, during the mask conditions, we can see that for the mono condition, normally the fixations were on the exterior, while during the binaural condition, the differences in the ratio of fixations on the exterior and on the speaker were much larger. However, we didn't find in the memory test that there were significant differences. And regarding the comprehension, we also didn't find significant differences in the audio format. And thirdly, regarding the user experience, generally we found mixed feelings. A positive example from P1 is that this participant found that binaural audio can help to get to identify who said what. However, in P9, another participant used a different strategy, using the voices. So binaural audio is kind of confusing for this participant. Regarding the impact of masks, masks in general increase the difficulty to follow the speakers, no matter whether the audio was spatialized or not. Nevertheless, the spatialization of audio had more positive impact compared to mono audio when mask was there. For example, comparing mono and binaural with mask condition, we see this orange block, which is the turn-taking period. And in the first graph, when the speaker changed from the front speaker to the right speaker, the participants were still looking at the front speaker. But when they experienced the binaural audio, we can see a clear transition from the left speaker to the front speaker. Regarding whether spatial audio can be especially useful for some people, we have created two notions. One is active following, where the participants try to follow speakers visually or spatially, observed from their eye tracking data. While the passive following is something that we suspected that the user had other strategies. So we created a multi-level hidden Markov model to model this based on the scan path and the log conversations. By looking at the distribution of the probability of looking at the different places, we found that for the active following state, normally participants were looking at the speakers, at the correct speaker or the wrong speaker, like the green one. But for passive following, the participants were looking at the exterior or didn't look at anywhere around the screen. So we found that actually they use quite similar strategies, where they're mostly likely to adopt the active following strategy, and they have quite similar probability to look at the places too. Besides, we found that when people have passive following behavior across the conditions, maybe that's an indicator that kind of user may easily get lost in the conversation. Here we feature P1, who's also mentioned in the previous user experience. Binaural audio was especially helpful for P1 to follow the conversation. In that case, the passive following may not be another strategy, instead maybe it's an indicator of the user getting lost. And last but not the least, we compared the binaural with head rotation format with binaural format. We found that binaural with head rotation outperformed standard binaural format. However, in the future, we look forward to more work on personalized head rotation time. In conclusion, we found reinforced evidence that binaural audio can be beneficial for hybrid meetings.
Thank you for your attention.